I got to tell you that the Song of Solomon, the Song of Songs, is one of my favorite books of the Bible. And I've not heard many people say that, but it's written by Solomon when he was a young man, probably 20 years of age. And it's really different from the things he wrote when he was older, like the book of Ecclesiastes, where he's basically saying that the meaning of life is not found in things or money. And then you back up to Proverbs in the middle section of his life where he's talking about how to have wisdom as a leader. But in the Song of Songs, he's about 19 or 20, and he's talking about romantic love. Now, for anybody that thinks that the Bible is boring, you haven't read the Bible. Because in the Song of Songs, the Song of Solomon, in the very first chapter, you see how his girlfriend, the little Shunammite girl, that's what she's called, we don't know her name, she begins by saying how attracted she is to Solomon. And her girlfriends are kind of in the wings going, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. And as you read through the book, it shows you exactly what happens even today when it comes to relationships and falling in love and getting angry and having a breakup and getting back together. So the Bible is a book that not only you read, but it's a book that reads you. I want to read just the first little verse because this kind of gets you into what she's saying, because she starts in the second verse. She says, you're going to want to read this book. Oh, that he would kiss me with the kisses of his mouth. And I'll stop right there because she starts by saying, this guy is so good looking. I just wish that we could kiss and hold hands. And you're like, this is in the Bible. I mean, how in the world would they put this in the Bible? And then it goes to Solomon saying, oh, she is beautiful. You are so beautiful. And he begins to compare her nose like the towers in the city and the mountains. And I'm like, bro, that's probably not a good way to do that. But he's using poetic language to say, hey, you're beautiful. And it goes through all the segments that you would go through in a relationship, from attraction to dating and companionship to getting married. And it talks about this beautiful wedding ceremony. And then, believe it or not, it goes to the honeymoon and describes in all kinds of imagery the beauty of love and sex inside a covenant relationship. And then, of course, it goes to the fact they have an argument. And she leaves. She runs. And he tries to find her. And then they get back together and they make up. And then you begin to see the relationship getting mature as Solomon and the Shunammite begin to build a life together. Now, the reason I love this book is not just because it is so relevant, but it's the reality of where Solomon was at the beginning of his reign as king, when he was such a godly man. And he understood God's plan for one man, for one woman, for a lifetime. And one of the things I take away from this is no matter how much we know, how much we've been trained, he'd asked for God to give him like a double portion of wisdom. And in the end, he forgot the very things that his life was to be built on. And that is the Word of God and the covenant of God, and being responsible to be obedient to the things that we know. So I encourage you not just to read the Bible, but let it read you and obey the things that God has told you.